Like I'm preaching all the time in his upback rhyming and living that chattery wine. Mama's little boy never had a pain like the one who's getting ready to pay. Motherfucker got a real gift to deceiving shit like a devil's own marionette. Jiggly man dancing to an evil tune, hands obeying in the light of the moon. Motherfucker devil on his way, gonna make you pay. Be getting to your knees and pray. Well, you joke about where he at when you need a motherfucker, he is on his way. Devil is on his way. Devil is on his way. Devil is on his way, motherfucker. Well, the devil gonna make you pay. Fall to your knees. Devil is on his way. Fall to your knees. Devil gonna make you pay. Fall to your knees. Devil is on his way. Fall to your knees, motherfucker. Well, the devil gonna make you pay. Motherfucker is on his way.
All right, this is our precast countdown. We're coming from YouTube tonight. Anybody who's in, please spread the word. We could not get into Facebook tonight, would not let us stream. Don't know why. We had to go with our plan B, which is YouTube. Spread the word. Tag as many people as you can. But anyway, we're joined with Sean Devine with his must-see games for Week 11. How you doing, Sean?
I'm doing great, Doug. It's great to be back with you and Shannon. Hope you guys had a lovely Halloween.
I did. Try to abbreviate your games that just missed because we're really pushed for time now because we got started late.
That's okay because I'm gonna abbreviate not just my just missed but also my third. So we're gonna the big two we'll deal with the big two games of the weekend. So
Okay.
Just missed real quick, and they could have all been the third game that I chose. So we got USC at Arizona State. Meh, doesn't really mean much. Baylor at TCU. I know Baylor's unbeaten, but they might lose this week at TCU. If not, they probably will make an appearance next week because they still got Oklahoma and Texas. Kansas State at Texas. That's going to be a good one, but not a lot of relevance in that one. Missouri at Georgia, another great one. Can Georgia, obviously after the big win against Florida, take care of business against Missouri? And lastly, Iowa State at Oklahoma. Going to be a nice little rebound test after Oklahoma lost a few weeks ago to Kansas State. Our third game, the third best game that I chose this week, two ranked teams, the number 18 Iowa Hawkeyes visiting the number 13 Wisconsin Badgers. Very close rivalry series in the Big Ten West. Wisconsin leads 47 wins to 43 losses and 2 ties. Long-standing rivalry. They play for the Heartland Trophy, one of the many Big Ten traveling trophies. Ferentz against Paul Chryst. Going to be a great game in Madison, Wisconsin at Camp Randall Stadium. The line, Iowa's a 9-point dog with an over-under of 38. They don't expect a lot of scoring, and the weather's been pretty bad in the upper Midwest as of late. Going to be your typical old-fashioned Big Ten physical slobber knocker, and whoever wins this game still has an inside track at possibly getting to Indianapolis for the Big Ten championship game after Saturday. Obviously, there's one other team in the Big Ten West we're going to talk about tonight. So if I may, we can jump right into the second most important game of the week.
Absolutely.
So the second most important game of the week features a battle of unbeatens in the Big Ten, coming in at number 5 in the country. I use the AP poll. I'm not going to use the college football playoff poll because obviously that's going to change significantly as we move forward. The 8-0 Penn State Nittany Lions are visiting the 8-0 and 13th ranked Minnesota Golden Gophers. This is Minnesota's highest ranking since the late 50s, early 60s. Their first time being 8-0 since 1941. This game's going to be on at noon on Fox at TCF Bank Stadium in the Twin Cities. Field turf built in 2009, seats 52,500. The series, Penn State leads the series 9 wins to 5 losses, no ties. This is a very new series. However, they also play for a rivalry trophy, the Governor's Victory Bell. It's James Franklin's 6th season. He's going up against P.J. Fleck. His 3rd season, though, P.J. Fleck just inked a 7-year extension after the start for Minnesota. Current line, the Nittany Lions are favored by 6.5 with an over-under of 48. This game is huge. for both teams.
Oh, I
Obviously,
agree.
Penn State made the college football playoff rankings the other day. Minnesota's still sitting outside the top 10, having escaped in a number of earlier games, though they've started to get it rolling here as of late. Last time these teams met was all the way back in 2016 with the Penn State win in Happy Valley 29-26. Historically, Minnesota has been a thorn in Penn State's side since they joined the Big Ten, upsetting them a number of times. This is going to be a good game. I think this is going to be exciting. Penn State having to go out there to Minnesota. I think if Penn State was at home, I'd certainly be more assured that Penn State was going to win this game. The win over Michigan gives me a lot of confidence because Minnesota's best win thus far is against probably Illinois. But again, they've been playing well. They've been running the ball. This game is huge. This game is huge. It's going to be exciting. It's outdoors. The weather's going to be cold and nasty. Both defenses have played well as of late, and I think it's going to be a matter of who can run the ball better, and that's really what Minnesota has to do to win this game. They have to be able to run the ball. If they can't, I just don't see their quarterback, Tanner Morgan, making enough plays to win the game. Clifford for Penn State's played very well when he's needed to. He's made the throws necessary, and they have a great tandem set of running backs in Kane and Brown. So this one's going to be exciting, and it's at noon, so it's an early start. It's a kind of an appetizer to what is going to be the behemoth of the day. So with that, I will jump into that one because that's the game I think we all want to talk about.
Okay.
I think we don't really need to have much fanfare here. We know what game that is. The number 1 and 8-0 LSU Tigers are visiting the number 2 8-0 Alabama Crimson Tide. It's going to be at 3:30 Eastern Time on CBS. Tuscaloosa, Alabama, at Bryant-Denny Stadium. Natural grass field, seats 101,821 souls. Built in 1929. It's going to be loud and going nuts for this one. I think this is a game we've all had circled for weeks now. I think we've been talking about it, kind of tiptoeing around it for weeks now. Kind of the ironic thing that I found about this matchup, and I should say, Alabama leads the series 53 wins to 25 losses and 5 ties. The ironic thing about this is I looked up both of their Wikipedia histories. LSU considers this their number 1 rivalry. This is only Alabama's 3rd highest rivalry, so that kind of tells you something about this game. And as of late, it really hasn't been much of a rivalry. Alabama's won 8 in a row in this series, though it's not their longest winning streak against the LSU Tigers. That came from 1971 to 1981. The Tide won 11 games in a row in the series. This is Nick Saban's 13th year and Orgeron's 4th. The last meeting we all know about last year occurred in Baton Rouge, which the Tide easily handled them 29-0. But we know this is a different LSU team this year. They actually have an offense for once, or so we believe. Joe Burrow is lighting it up week in and week out, and they have a new offensive coordinator from the Saints and Mr. Brady, who is assisting them. This matchup goes all the way back to November 1895. The first meeting was in Baton Rouge, which LSU won 12-6. The other interesting fact, because this game always harkens me back to the 9-6 game many years ago, which was a hell of a slobber knocker. The one thing that could be a Achilles heel for Alabama when I was looking up the different stats and information in this game, you probably already know this, Doug, but Alabama is only 2 of 5 on field goals longer than 40 yards this year.
Oh, yeah. I know it all too well.
So, and we've always talked about kicking issues for the Tide. So if this game comes down to kicking, that could be their Achilles heel. However, the line is currently LSU comes into this game as a 6.5-point underdog with an over-under of 63. And it all comes down to one thing, I think, in this game. One, is Tua going to play? And if he plays, can he stay healthy? And can they keep him protected? If that occurs, I think Alabama wins this game by 10 or more. I really do. I just don't see LSU having an answer for Tua and throwing the ball to the Alabama receiving core, which the numbers are just outstanding for Jerry Jeudy, Devonta Smith, Henry Ruggs, and Jalen Waddell. They're just you put those four gentlemen out on the field and ask a defense to cover them. It's just not going to happen if they have a quarterback that can get them the ball through their different routes. I mean, it's as simple as that. Alabama has a defense that is good enough to stop Joe Burrow in the LSU offense. It's in Bryant-Denny Stadium, which I didn't quite get the research into the last time LSU won there. I think it was that 2011 field goal game.
Yeah, it was.
They don't do well there historically at all. I mean, they just don't. And then additionally, Nick Saban doesn't lose games at Bryant-Denny Stadium. I mean, literally, you can count on a hand the times he's lost in Bryant-Denny since he's taken over as the Tide head coach. So I know the president's going to be there. A lot of famous people are going to be there.
Man, if I ever thought about going to this game, it all went out the window when Donald decided to go.
Really?
Fuck yeah, man! That's gonna be a nightmare. It's already a nightmare because of how big the game is, as far as navigating through all the traffic and everything, and then now you got a security situation.
Now I didn't check. You probably would know. I would assume, I'm like 99.9% sure, game day will be on site.
Yes.
So we're talking. You're really with everything all said and done. You really need to be camping out basically.
Yes.
The night before.
Absolutely.
To not have to deal with the traffic and the swell of humanity that's going to be on site, because you figure the stadium's seating over 100,000. There's probably going to be about 250 to 300,000 people just in the general vicinity for this game. And let's be honest. I think this could be. We already know this is the the SEC West pseudo championship game. But also it could be a college football playoff semi-final kind of play-in game for all the marbles. Because I think whatever happens after this,
well, you got 2 and 3.
Alabama will win out. LSU will win out.
You've got 2 and 3 playing each other, and next week you've got 1 and 4 playing each other.
Right. I mean, this is the season for both of these teams. I really feel.
Yep.
And again, I know Alabama has the rivalry game, the Iron Bowl, coming up in a few weeks after this with Auburn. But having watched Auburn, I just don't see them beating Alabama. I just don't.
No, I don't either.
But this is going to be an exciting game. I think we're going to see some points put on the board by both teams. But again, if Tua Tagovailoa plays this game and he plays it well, I just don't see. I don't see LSU stopping them. I mean, they gave up a ton of points to Texas on the road to a lesser quarterback, and no disrespect to Sam Allen, but he's not Tua, and they gave up over 40 to him. So,
yep.
That being said, and Alabama can run the ball too. That's what Texas really couldn't do in that game. Alabama will be able to run the ball in this game with Najee Harris.
I agree. And if I'm Alabama, that's what I do too.
I've been literally racking my brain trying to find a way for LSU to win the game, even by a point. I'm not seeing it. I'm not seeing it anywhere.
So do you got a score prediction on this one before we go?
I do. I'm thinking it's going to be Alabama 42 and LSU 31.
Okay.
That's
all right.
That's kind of what I'm seeing.
You got it. And next week, week 12.
I can't believe it, huh, Doug?
No, it's happening
come to the
fast.
end of it.
All right.
But it's been a blast, and you and Shannon enjoy the game on Saturday. I'll be watching, and we'll talk to you soon.
All right. We'll be back in a minute, guys.
I also can prophesize the future, and I also can see subliminal messaging.
Okay, I'll tell you what, Miss Pillberry's slow, girl. Now, I'm
But really? I'm pretty sure I could truck the shit out of you fucking overgrown baby.
Dude, whatever you're smoking, buy a ton of it.
I'm the greatest smack talker on the fucking face of the earth right now.
Possibility of women playing in the league, one day, I don't think it's impossible.
You fucking punk ass bitch!
Jesus Christ, that hurt. I'm still gonna.
I'm fucking real, bro. You ain't shit.
Well, this is smacking off. If you don't like it, change your diaper and leave.
Don't be ridiculous right now, okay?
I'd rather watch softcore porn than have to watch all that.
No, that's how you make opium, and then from there you gotta cross it.
Bro, who invited this dude, bro? What the fuck? Get this dude out of here,
No,
man.
USC is far better than Oklahoma historically.
How about your meatloaf is moist as my pussy gets? I promise you that.
Okay.
Oh shit! This has turned into King Arthur's drug class.
How large?
They need you back at the cash register in 5 minutes.
Well, Tiggy's like Pike minus the entertainment value.
Smacking Off the podcast is starting in 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1.
And welcome back to Smacking Off the podcast. I'm your host, Mr. Shannon Madden. I'm joined with Doug Phillips, my co-host and producer. Doug, what is going on?
Man, this was fun. We weren't able to get into Facebook tonight, so we're coming live from YouTube. I don't know how many people are actually have caught on to this yet. Show must go on.
Word's going to get out. This is a pretty hot episode of Smacking Off the podcast, and I don't know. I think it's too much for Facebook, to be quite frank. I really do. Yeah, it's this is the at least to think about this for a second now. I was going to carry the forward about a bad. Let's say week 4.
Bruce Martinez, hello. He's
is,
in.
Oh, excellent. This is the most important football game in college football that we've seen so far this year, I believe. Am I right about that?
Yeah.
We've had some good top 10 matchups, but this is for all the marbles. 1 versus 2, LSU, and of course this is the AP poll because there's 3 different polls out there, and I believe 3 different polls have 3 different number ones.
Man, I guess I better call our next guests. Sorry, our first guests.
We got guests tonight.
We do.
Yeah.
All right, let me.
Who are our guests?
First guests are Mr. Dane Kelly.
Clemson. Clemson's not getting much love in some of these polls here recently, and Clemson has not lost a game yet.
And we got a new guy who has never been on before.
What's his name?
Justin Brindley.
Who?
Justin Andrew.
Oh, Justin Brindley. Yeah. I think it's Brindley.
Okay.
I think I'm gonna roll the dice.
We fixing to find out, ain't we?
I got Mafili Okifu's name right out of the gate, so I think, and he was rather impressed. So I think that I think Mr. Brindley.
Let's go for it.
All right, let's try it. We hadn't talked to Dane in a while.
What's up, fellas? How y'all doing tonight?
What is going on? I guess this is Mr. Now, is the name Brindley?
Yes, sir. Everybody gets it very confused. They think it's Brindley, or however it goes. It's actually, you got it correct the first time.
Excellent. That is actually, I believe that keeps my record perfect as far as being able to pronounce people's names properly. I think that's like my superpower. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I can understand that right there. I agree with you perfectly 100% on that one.
Is Dane Kelly on the line?
I am on the line, baby.
Fucking A. What is
all right, we got us a BAMA fan and we got us a Clemson fan here.
Excellent. Those are 2 very important fan bases right now because both of those fan bases can beat their chest about being undefeated this far into the season. Correct, fellas?
Yes, sir.
Just barely.
Yeah, and well, I mean, look.
Man, what are you worried about?
I'm not worried about a goddamn
Think
thing.
about this for a minute, right? The top 4 teams, right?
They got to play each other.
They got to play each other.
That's why they set this up. Come on now. It is much more sexier. You can sell advertising at a much higher rate if you have 1 versus 2, 3 versus 4, et cetera, so on and so forth. And I think we're all.
Well,
it's beautiful.
Guys, we are way behind tonight. We actually could not get into Facebook, and we're going live from YouTube, which is something we planned on doing, but not this quickly. So anyway,
it don't bother me one bit. I'm sorry to interrupt. It don't bother me one bit. All I gotta say is Roll Tide.
Absolutely, and the Roll Tide is definitely going to be happening this Saturday. Our president's going to be at the game.
Hell yeah, baby!
Are we going to visit President Trump? Are we going to try to get down there and see if we can't score an
See
interview?
if we can't get beat up by the Secret Service.
We won't get beat up.
You don't think so?
No, man. We're friends of Donald J. Trump.
Actually, I'm gonna have to miss the game. People don't really know it behind closed doors. I actually work for one of the SEC programs as a caterer, so every Saturday I actually get to watch football, and I'm around it 24/7. I actually am a caterer at the University of Kentucky's athletics premium service program.
Bob Arthur, that was there. It's impossible to do an episode with Dane Kelly and Bob Arthur not be here at least in spirit.
Yeah.
Cocaine.
The cocaine's, baby.
Let's go ahead and jump into these games, guys. We got the mighty Maryland Terrapins going to Ohio State. I like Maryland here, don't you?
Yeah, Ohio State's in trouble. This is a trap game. Trap my ass.
What do y'all think, guys?
Yeah.
You go ahead, Dane. I'll go ahead and let you.
I think Ohio State's gonna steamroll that ass.
All right.
I think Ohio State's got them by 14.
Oh, you think it's going to be a close game?
Oh.
The reason why I say it's a close game, and like I said, I keep up with it, is the first 3 or 4 games, Maryland was scoring 60-something, 79 points.
I've seen it.
I think Maryland, if they get their wheels rolling just right during the game and they get everything going just right, I think they can hang in there with Justin Fields and score with him.
Well, they sure they did hang with Ohio State last year. That's a true story.
It is, but at the same time, if you go back and look at those first, because look, and this is kind of funny, but early in the season, I kind of called for Maryland to upset Syracuse, which was just an absolute disaster. But now we have a better look at both programs, and Syracuse is absolute garbage this year. Which they actually, there was actually some talk that they would somehow, some way be in the SEC.
Who's watching TV?
I am.
Turn your TV down, goddammit. Hell yeah, I'm getting
not feedback. We're getting that shit firsthand.
Yeah, we're watching this shit with you. What are you watching? What is that, Branded?
No, the Raiders and Chargers.
Well, you can watch that with the sound off, just like we all do. We're watching porn right now. You don't hear
sorry,
it,
guys.
Yeah, you don't hear the labias flapping over here, do you?
All right, so how about Penn State at Minnesota? This is a big game.
Oh, this is a very big game.
It would be game of the week if it wasn't for Bama and LSU.
I like Penn State's defense. I think they pull that one out.
All right, Justin?
I'm going to go with Penn State. I think Penn State, with them having the number 4 ranking in the CFP, I think that gives them something to work even harder for towards the end of the season. So I'm going with Penn State.
All right, here's a really big one.
Franklin's going to have to win that game. That is and Minnesota is actually playing some decent football now. Now, bear in mind they've had a very weak schedule, but they're winless, or excuse me, they're lossless right now.
Speaking of Franklin, his former team, the mighty Vanderbilt Commodores, are going to Gainesville to play the Gators.
These are some shit games, by the way.
Not all.
Well, Penn State, Minnesota is good, but Maryland, Ohio State, and Vanderbilt,
these shit
Florida,
games sometimes though are hard to pick on.
Yeah.
I have to throw a balance in there to trip people up.
Yeah, Jared Rifkin.
I gotta go.
Jared Rifkin
I'm
came
going
in and
with
paid
Florida
you $1
in this
to
shit
add
show.
this game.
Vanderbilt's offense is awful. So,
Justin,
with the scores and the yardage, I'm gonna have to go with Florida. I was there when Trask actually came into the game at the University of Kentucky when they were playing.
Mm-hmm.
And Trask is more of a game manager. I've never seen somebody throw the balls like he did and how he does. So I'm going with Florida.
All right. This is a big game. We've got the undefeated. Damn, they're only a number 11. The number 11 Baylor Bears are going to TCU.
They're at Texas Christian. That's interesting.
And they've had some hard times with some shitty teams.
Mm-hmm.
So
I'm liking Baylor. Texas Christian's not been very impressive.
I got you.
So.
Justin?
I'm I'm gonna go with what he's saying. I think Baylor. I think if they can keep on going, that there is a possibility that they can knock in or even go into the top 10.
Right.
So I'm going with Baylor.
All right. Hey, you guys are going to sink or swim together, aren't you?
Oh, yeah.
Maybe.
All right. Let's see here.
Hand and motherfucking hand.
You got the Clemson Tigers. Fucking Clemson. Going to NC State.
The defending national champions, Clemson.
Yeah, I forgot to mention that.
Yeah, you need to put some respect in your mouth, Doug.
I think Clemson barely squeaks by.
You think it's going to be a good
North Carolina team.
You think it's going to be a good one then?
I think it'll be a good game. NC State's fucking garbo this year, but they always give us a tough game when we go to their place. So I don't expect it to be any different. We probably win by a touchdown or two.
All right. What do you think, Justin?
I'm going to do and pull my best Lee Corso. I'm going to say not so fast. I think NC State will win by 7.
Woo!
Okay.
I just got to go with that one.
Dane, you got a rebuttal?
It would not surprise me.
All right. We've got the Fighting Irish of Notre Dame going to the mighty Blue...
the Blue Devils.
Blue Devils,
yeah.
Duke.
I don't know. For some reason or another, when I think about a Blue Devil, I think about some kind of toilet bowl cleaner. I don't know why.
I like Duke for some reason in this game. I don't know why.
Because Notre Dame looks like total
like
shit.
The toilet bowl cleaner.
So if Duke wins this game against Notre Dame, does Notre Dame finally have to join the ACC?
That should be a stipulation.
Oh, absolutely.
Can I phone a friend?
Yeah.
I'll have to ask Sean Devine about that.
Shannon Russell will be on a little bit. I know y'all are friends.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
Corn dogs.
What do you think, Justin?
I'm going to disagree with Dane, and I'm going to say not so fast yet again. I think the Fighting Irish, where they played against Georgia and hung in tough in there, I think the Fighting Irish will either win by 10 or 14.
All right. This one's close to you, Justin. You got the Tennessee Vols going to Kentucky.
At Kentucky. Wow.
Sorry to interrupt on this one. I'm actually going to add some stuff in here. People have been down about Kentucky all year long. Yet there has been games where they've allowed 200 or 300 yards rushing on them. They've only allowed 29 points all season long as the most that they have scored on them. I think Tennessee is going to play a close, tough one. But with Bowden averaging 196 yards and then averaging another 204 yards, I think Kentucky can easily win this by 14 or 17 points easily.
All right.
If you look more into the stats about it.
All right, Dane.
I know my cocaine is going to be disappointed in me, but I'm going to have to take Tennessee on this one.
All right, moving along, we've got the Iowa Hawkeyes are going to Wisconsin, the mighty Wisconsin
This
Badgers.
is going to be a good game, I think.
Wisconsin, I mean, I thought they might be.
Lots of offense and lots of defense.
Damn, they look good until they met. Well, they lost to Illinois, and then they didn't look so good.
Yeah, that's it.
But they really look bad against Ohio State.
Lovie Smith will never, ever get fired from Illinois ever again after that win, I think.
Dane, this filter that you're using in your picture for the cast is great.
It's making me hard.
It's great.
It's making me hard, actually.
You got little heart ears, and you got like whiskers and a little heart on your nose.
Oh, hell yeah. Yeah, I'm proud of that one.
You really need
I was drinking Everclear when I took that.
Is that your profile pic with the? Did you add the filter? Is that your filter, Doug?
No, that's his.
Oh, okay. Well,
that's my filter, bitches.
That is, it makes me hard.
All right, how about these big teams here? Iowa at Wisconsin.
Give me Iowa.
All right, how about you, Justin?
Wisconsin by 3.
Okay. All right, here's a huge one. The Louisville Cardinals at the Miami Hurricanes.
Louisville.
I'm going to have to agree with Louisville. Miami has not showed me anything all year long that shows that they can actually hang in with some big boys.
What's the over/under on the Miami home crowd? What's there going to be like?
They might have 5 people show up.
I'm going to put that number at. No, let's be realistic. I'll put that number at 10,000. Over/under.
Under. I'm going under.
Justin?
I'm going to go under.
Excellent. It's all about the losers here on Smacking Off.
Yep.
Life championship, man. Come on now. You know what we do here. Now, you don't get that giggle out your mouth. Put some respect in there, please.
All right. We've got the hell. What rankings we gonna go by? We gonna go by the CFP, or we gonna go? Let's just go by the AP. What was the AP rankings this week?
1 and 2, I believe.
All right.
LSU.
So you
Alabama.
got the number one.
Now,
LSU.
if we go to CFP though, we've already talked about the number 1 team in the nation. That was Ohio State.
That's
so
true.
you know.
Well, however you slice it, you've got the LSU Tigers, who are undefeated at 8-0, visiting the Alabama Crimson Tide, also undefeated at 8-0.
President Trump.
I think Alabama wins big. I think they win by 3 touchdowns.
Do you know who else agrees with you? And this is blowing everybody's minds in the Southeast tonight. Colin Cowherd. Colin Cowherd believes that if Tua is starting this game, that Alabama wins by at least 2 touchdowns. So.
All right, Justin.
Or as Phyllis from Malga called him, Colin Cowherd.
Cowherd, yeah.
Cowherd.
Yep.
I don't think she even used Colin. I think she just called him Cowherd.
That's it.
Yeah.
Justin?
I'm going to say Bama by 24.5 from what I've heard and what I've kept up.
By
on.
24.5.
Now, how
they're going to win like 48.5 to 24?
Yeah.
Yep. The reason why I say it is I've been keep up with Bama news. Tua has actually been in practice, and they've had a very good work-related practice week this week.
That's what I'm hearing, too.
So the way I see it, and people, if you follow Nick Saban and how he goes, this right here with them being a 2, or however you see it, as a 2 in the AP and as a 3 in the CFP, that is basically bulletin board material for them to work towards to show, hey, they don't think we're good. We can move forward and show them that we are the best.
All right.
I got to ask the question, who gets more yardage in this game, Tua or what's his name? Burrows.
Tua. Not even close.
Not even as James says, not even close. Tua is on a different level.
All right, guys. Right. Guys, we got through this one good. We're just about caught up.
Really?
Yeah, we're just about caught up.
I'll be damned.
Glad to do my part.
Glad I'm able to help too.
All right, guys, go Clemson, I guess.
Yeah.
And roll Tide.
Roll Tide, bitch.
Roll Tide, roll, baby.
Brother.
Talk to y'all later.
Talk to y'all later.
Have you tried Wheaties? They're whole wheat with all of the bran. Won't you try Wheaties? For wheat is the best food of man. They're crispy and crunchy the whole year through. The kiddies never tire of them, and neither will you. So just buy Wheaties, the best breakfast food in the land.
You are now listening to Smacking Off the Podcast. Like and comment on our damn videos. Subscribe to our fucking channel. I really hate you dumb fuckers need to be told that. you have already subscribed. Jesus fucking Christ.
Smacking Off invites you to join us on the podcast. If you have an opinion on an upcoming game, some commentary on your conference, or want to roll with one of your fellow smackers on air, hit us up. You can message us at the Smacking Off or X's and O's Facebook pages, email me at maddenshannon@toothfairy.com, or call us on the Smack line, 304-508-BAIT. And as always, fuck your team. Welcome back to Smacking Off the Podcast. I'm your host, Shannon Madden. I'm joined with Doug Phillips, my co-host and producer. You know, we have the biggest game in college football happening this weekend right down the road from us, Doug.
UAB
I mean,
and
just
who?
literally right down the street. UAB is playing, damn it, I can't remember, but it's going to be a great
Coastal
game.
Carolina?
Yeah, I think I can get us some tickets for that one.
I got you.
Yeah, you can get sideline tickets for a UAB
as long as
game,
Trump don't come through town. Trump comes
with
through town.
with a Big Mac, I believe. I believe they give those away. At
Trump's an
McDonald's
LSU fan.
Trump is coming to Tuscaloosa, so we're going to have not only the greatest football game on the planet that weekend,
but the greatest president
and this
ever.
season, but the greatest president ever will be in attendance.
Here we go. The political statement.
Making Tuscaloosa great again.
Corey Green is he's here, but he's driving.
Yeah, Corey Green is new to the podcast. Corey, you live here in Alabama, right?
Yeah, I'm here.
Roll Tide. What part of Alabama do you live in?
I live in Mobile.
Mobile. Oh, you're down there with Russ. Do you know Russ Mostert, a.k.a. Smack Jesus?
I've heard the name before, but I don't know it.
He lives down there. Do you know any heroin dealers? Because if you know any heroin dealers, you can probably meet up with him and beat his ass for us.
Actually, that area is actually an Auburn fan, so I'm smelling a little bandwagon coming over there. Mobile, how are you an Alabama fan? Why are you not an Auburn fan? Huh? You a class fan?
Yeah, he has class. I mean, I don't fault the man for having class and sophistication. I mean, what the fuck? And bear in mind, I want to remind all of our audience that Shannon Russell's father is an Alabama fan too. So anything that you say in a negative context about Alabama fans, you're talking about your daddy. And here at #FamilySmack, that's what we're all about. So.
Sorry, you got drowned out by the crowd. Say that again.
I know. Who's pressing the clapping button?
It ain't me.
Drown me out?
No, we have a studio. We have a studio audience.
I'm not drowning you out. Go say something.
Would you like to tell the Bama fans who my daddy cheers for? Did y'all hear?
Roll Tide.
He thought I was scared. He was gonna tell the whole audience that my daddy was a Bama fan. Like I made it a secret.
Well, no, you actually said that on the podcast. I'm just reminding all of our listening audience that you come from the loins of a strong, sturdy Alabama man. And
my daddy is not from Louisiana. He was not born here, and he wants to move back to Alabama. So yes, my dad is a Bama fan.
Yeah, I mean your dad sounds like my kind of guy. I think we could hang out and like eat some barbecue or something. It'd be awesome. Eating barbecue and watching. We could watch next year's LSU Alabama game and watch y'all get beat again. I have no problem with that.
You're so funny.
I bet he wouldn't either. I bet he would really enjoy that because I know where some good barbecue is around here.
All right, so
that's where I get it from. My dad he lives, eats, and breathes football since I was a little kid. That's all I remember. Even my brother started playing college football every weekend since I was 10, 11 years old because I'm the baby. Every weekend. We got checked out of school early on Friday. We were headed out, watched football games. So that's all I know. So, and
that's all you know, and you're an LSU fan. I don't know what went wrong with you. I really don't. And
I really don't hate Bama. Florida. When I was at LSU in college, and I probably got to.
There is no way you're going to continue this conversation and not hate Bama. I'm sorry, that's just not happening. You have exuded so much hate.
It's the
Alabama
fan base,
recently.
the fan base, the bandwagon fans that get on my nerves.
We fucking love y'all. Hey, we love y'all. We love y'all. Put them nuts in your mouth down there at the Crystals on the French Quarter. I will never forget that as long as I live. That is one of the most iconic images of all time.
How about the image of the guy who did it going to prison for 2 years?
Yeah. Why do you want to bring up shit like that? I mean, yes, okay, you're not supposed to put your balls in somebody else's mouth if they don't want you to, but I think under the circumstances, I think he did the appropriate thing.
I don't know. I think they were nitpicking because they were mad about the game.
Yeah.
I'm talking about the people and.
I mean, if that guy was that passed out and I happened to be there, and this is the Crystals in French Quarter. I don't know if you've ever been there or not.
Hey guys, I'm back.
Oh, okay. Well, okay. So are you at home now?
I'm at home. I'm ready to go now. I'm back.
Have Corey? I gotta ask this question. Have you ever been to the Crystals on Bourbon Street or not? Bourbon Street.
Yes, I've been there 2 or 3 times.
Yeah. And they let you drink in there.
Hell yeah!
If you're New Orleans, what do you expect?
Well,
hell yeah!
But that's what I'm saying though. The first time that I ever went to New Orleans, I'd never been to a place like New Orleans. I never went where you could pretty much drink. You can drink in the grocery store, and you can just about drink everywhere except for church and the police station. I think.
Where are you from? Where are you from?
We're located out of Birmingham, Alabama.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Where the SEC administration is. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Where the refs get paid. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely.
So, can I say a few things to move this thing along?
I guess.
Before y'all interrupt me 100 times.
Yeah, because it's going to happen.
Get your finger ready.
Yeah.
Of this show, and since I bring all that into the group, I think I deserve to say what I got to say. And don't interrupt, Corey. I done warned you. So,
well, no. Now Corey's a brand new guest to this show, and you're not just going to run roughshod over my guest on my fucking show. You're an asshole.
He's going to listen, and then he's going to say it. He's going to say what he's got to say after I'm done.
All right.
Go with it. Let's hear it.
All right. So I know everybody wants to say
What? What?
I swear that ain't me. I don't know who's
Doug, you begged me to be on this podcast.
Corey, quit doing that.
Shannon, we have a studio audience.
That's gotta be Doug.
We have a studio audience.
Yeah, this is a high budget production now. I mean, I know when we first started, we were just 2 guys doing this in a janitor's closet somewhere, but you know.
My cut?
Huh?
Bringing ratings. Where's my cut in the pay?
You ain't brought no ratings yet. That's Cowboy Adam. Cowboy Adam gets all the money around here.
All I want to know is before we go anything further, Doug, are we going to do a special podcast after the LSU Bama game? You usually do that.
Please.
You won't because you won't come on, but I think Corey will be coming on.
We won't hear from Shannon again, I promise you.
Yeah, Shannon's not
Corey,
coming on.
hush your mouth.
We won't see Shannon for like 2 or 3 months after this one.
Hey, burning their own trailers down and all their Bama jerseys. They're going to start hating on Saban because he was still retire. It's coming. The Saban hate.
Hey, how bad do you hate Saban? That's what I want to know.
I don't hate Saban. I love Saban. He coached for LSU, dude. He brought us where we're at.
He did.
I'll give credit where credit's due. I've been in the man's house.
Whoa. Back up. Yeah, this is the first time I've ever heard this story, everybody. Shannon Russell went to Nick Saban's house? You know Nick Saban like that? Did you just walk up to his house? Was Miss Terry there? Did you go?
Listen, my friend and I were talking about it on Facebook. Everybody thought I was full of crap. My friend house sat for him. She tutored the football players. This is back, 2002, 2003. She house sat his dogs, and she was like, she asked him if we could, if I could come over and meet, and I did. She on his
Don't.
Wait.
He would keep the dogs.
Look, how so you actually went to Nick Saban's house?
Yeah.
So you were like in his house hanging out watching TV. Did you use the bathroom there?
Shannon, I told y'all this story already.
She was probably there sniffing the fucking.
No, I don't know why I don't remember. Do you remember the story?
No,
I don't remember. I do not remember this story. I don't ever remember this happening on Smacking Off the Podcast.
Slamming me. You're too busy.
No.
You're too busy slamming me like a gump.
You never, ever.
I did not say his house in Alabama. I'm talking about when he coached here at LSU when he was not really a somebody. He won his first national championship. Yes, my best friend, I'm not going to say her name, she house sat for Saban. She kept his dog. And when they were travel for the away games.
So when you just answer the question.
Players.
When you went over there, did you use the bathroom?
I don't remember. That was so long ago.
Were you there for like more than an hour or so? Did you just hang out?
I believe
there?
she would remember if she used the bathroom.
So she used the bathroom at Nick Saban's house. So Shannon Russell has been nude in Nick Saban's house. I love this. This is great.
Okay, let's change the subject. Let's talk about football.
We're talking about football. I don't see how we can get any more relevant to this game than the fact that you have been nude in Nick Saban's house. Your bare ass sat where Nick Saban's bare ass sat. That is incredible to me. How do you get to be so? And then you're a fucking LSU fan. Well, I guess he was a coach for LSU then.
That's exactly.
Okay.
Ding
Right.
dong. Der. He's a corn dog first. What I try to tell you.
So you would have been young. You would have probably been hot then too.
I'm still hot. What you talking about?
I mean, whatever, but
I can't even tell what she looks like because it looks like she's got fake pictures all over her profile.
She doesn't have fake pictures. Shannon's a very, very lovely young lady.
I've looked at her
pictures. What's he say I have fake pictures?
But I mean, you're talking about like how long ago would that would have been like, God, what, 15, 16 years ago or something like that?
I just told you 2002, 2003.
How old were you then?
We won the national championship in 2003.
How old were you then?
How old were you then?
We won in 2007.
She's ignoring you.
Oklahoma.
How old were you then?
I was in college.
Oh, this story's getting great.
What year was this? 03?
2002, 2003.
I would have been 12.
Hot young Shannon Russell, naked, straddling Nick
right,
Saban's
look,
toilet.
Yeah, Corey's a young buck.
Yeah, I'm a young buck. I would have been 12 years old then.
Yeah, but no, don't think of it like a 12-year-old. I want you to think about it like a grown adult, like I am right now. Think about.
Corey, why'd you have to say I hate Saban? I ain't never said I hate Saban. Now you got me over here in this conversation.
Because every LSU fan hates Saban.
I don't know that. See, there you go again with absolutes. No, we do not.
She was naked in the man's house. How could she hate Nick Saban?
No, I don't hate Nick Saban. I'm not going to say anything else. I could say something else, but I'm not going to disrespect Saban. It's got nothing to do with me. But anyway, so here we go.
Shannon, what did Nick Saban's house smell like? I'm just curious.
Shannon Madden, hush! I want to talk about football.
I am talking about football. Nick Saban is the greatest football coach alive at the moment, and probably
He's
ever.
the best of all time.
I mean, the stuff like this interests me. You have been in this man's house. Do you realize how rare?
That is not a big deal.
It is a big deal. He's the greatest man. He's the greatest man that ever lived. God damn it.
So, real quick.
You act like. So you've never been around Saban or Alabama players?
No, well, I mean,
You're showing you're uncool. You're not cool enough.
But that's fucking Nick Saban. That's what I'm saying. You're talking about some lowly peon minor leaguers, and I'm talking about God himself. You were in God's house.
Out of this podcast
you peed in God's house.
You know what this tells me? This tells me that you really know that what I'm about to say is going to be accurate, and you don't want it on recording that what I'm about to say is true.
Okay, whatever.
Well, get on it.
You were nude in Nick Saban's house.
Let me tell you something. Last year, Bama fans talked some mad crap. Y'all ain't really talking mad crap.
We're talking it this year.
Nah, I've heard so many Bama players concede and say, you know what?
Well,
It
we
was
did
banned-
beat you
it was bound
29
to-
to nothing. I guess that
bound to-
entitles us to
bound
talk some
bound
crap,
be
doesn't
dead,
it? I
something
mean, when
like
you beat a team, especially a team as ranked as good as they were last year,
Yeah.
29 to nothing in their own house.
Yeah.
I mean, that is something to beat your chest
Okay, we're
about.
not
I
talking about
think.
last year.
Yeah.
We're not talking about last year.
Oh,
I'm not
of course,
afraid
yeah,
of that. That don't
obviously.
bother me.
Hey,
Joe
look,
Burrow,
let me
Joe
give- let me
Burrow
give
was
you a
not
little
the
insight.
quarterback
I know-
last year.
I know a
Everybody calm
quarterback
down.
That plays for LSU, and he's actually from my hometown last year. I watched him play in high school, and I talked to him the other day, and he tells me he's very worried about this game.
Are you talking about the backup quarterback? Because I know you ain't talking about
You know,
Burrow.
cornerback.
Cornerback.
Yeah.
Oh, who?
Yeah.
Stingley?
Cordell Flott.
Okay, well, Derek Stingley is the starting cornerback. So
Yeah, he's a starter. I know him. I'm talking about Cordell Flott. He plays.
All right, cool. All right, well,
He tells.
Can-
I'm telling
can
you
we-
what I've heard.
Can we
Well,
please go
if you
back
don't-
to
if
Shannon
you-
Russell
if you
being
don't
at Nick
think-
Saban's
let me
house?
tell you
I think
something,
that's a better.
He's
subject,
very
really.
worried.
I don't care. Let me tell you
I
something. You don't
mean-
think Nick Saban's worried? Nick Saban never underestimates any opponent. If you really know Saban, y'all can be 20 points ahead, and a player makes a mistake, he's throwing a fit. Nobody understands it because that man knows. Okay, so if he's gonna be upset on the field when y'all are 20, 30 points ahead because they made a mistake, you don't think he's nervous about playing the number one team?
He's actually a lot
He knows.
calmer when the games are close. I don't know why.
Yeah.
It's
Right.
an oddity.
That's what we like. We like
no.
that. That's as
called
a fan.
purpose.
That's what I
That's
like.
called
I like a close game. I like seeing the
Nick
press.
Saban
This
has
won't be
a
a
type
close
A
game.
personality.
It wasn't a close game
does
last year.
He never takes any opponent. I don't care who it is.
Especially not
Got
LSU.
any
As you can
opponent.
tell, the last 8 games.
Yeah.
Well,
Okay, well, y'all keep using the past for this game. Y'all
I mean-
go right ahead. That don't bother me. That
I
don't
mean,
bother
but
me.
It's-
yeah.
it bothers you a lot.
Let me tell you
Yeah,
I
something.
know
I mean,
it
If
does.
you're Alabama and you're so great, shouldn't you beat us 8 years in a row? You
Yeah.
got the greatest coach.
That's the
on
best
earth.
thing you've said in this
Yeah,
whole
I think-
entire,
Absolutely.
entire interview. Yeah, you're
Uh,
right.
Why is that? Why do y'all keep talking about it? You have the greatest coach on earth. Our coach.
Well,
is the
LSU's
greatest
a
coach
pretty
on
good
earth.
team, and I think to
So
be
when we
LSU has a lot of
8-0
beat that ass, I don't
over
wanna hear
against
no
over
excuses.
a pretty good
You got
program
the
like
best
LSU,
coach.
I think that's a
You got the
compliment to
best
LSU.
quarterback.
Really, the fact
You
that
got the
Alabama
best
fans
wide
actually are
Did
receivers.
you say
paying
the best
attention.
quarterback?
So
Who has
when
he
it's all
thrown?
said and done, according to the Gumps, y'all are so great. You're Bama. You are the best.
Hell
We
yeah.
are.
Say it again. Say it one more time.
This is some good shit,
Say it
actually.
one more
By
time.
LSU, I don't want to hear no excuses. You got to go to the coaches. You
I
got
think
the
she's
best
just saying
team.
that because her dad's in the room. Her dad's
Are
got to be in the room.
Alabama. So guess
I'll
what?
tell you this. I'm riding in Biloxi, Mississippi
When you
tomorrow.
get
I'm putting
beat, I don't
$1,000
hear
on
no
Alabama.
excuses.
Put your dad on the
No.
line, Shannon.
Yeah, Shannon,
putting
put your dad
$1,000
on the line because we know he's in the
$1,000
room. That's the only reason that you're saying all these wonderful things about the Alabama Crimson Tide.
When Alabama loses,
Mhm.
like last year, 44-16, I don't want to.
No,
hear
that was to Clemson.
excuses.
Yeah,
You're
that-
an
that
LSU
was a-
fan.
hey,
why,
that-
why is an
Right.
LSU fan talking about what Clemson
Shannon,
did?
that was in the
That's
playoffs.
retarded.
That's not for you.
That
Playoff
has
talk is
nothing
not
to
for
do with
you.
LSU.
Let me tell you something. Let me
LSU
tell you
has
something.
nowhere
The whole,
near the
the
talent.
whole world watches the game. So shut
They
up.
went to the almost.
Yeah, but
bowl.
still, it's you need to stay out of that one because really, I mean, you don't have any playoff
Cool.
experience.
I mean,
Cool.
we can bring
Cool.
Dane
So
back
guess
into
what?
it.
When
But
y'all are not this year after
Right.
you lose to Auburn and LSU,
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell y'all the same thing. When
Okay.
you ask me to come on the podcast,
Hey,
I'm gonna say,
you'll be able to go to the
"No,
Sugar
y'all
Bowl in
don't
New
do a
Orleans, I'm
podcast.
sure.
Your year is over.
You'll be able to go to the Sugar Bowl.
Duh.
now, hey, now look, everybody,
When
just for half a
Alabama's
second,
season is
Shannon,
over, hey,
Shannon Russell, calm down for half a second. I got
Hey,
a
Shannon,
quick
let us
question.
talk.
Yeah, Shannon, just for a second, I got a question to ask. Now, and this
No.
is it. And look, no smack involved. I'm just curious. You know, if Alabama does lose this game, does that automatically mean that Alabama's out of the CFP convention?
Hey, hey, look, I'll say it myself. I believe if Alabama, I can't even talk. He
y'all
won't shut up.
he asked me a question. I'm trying to answer it.
He
No,
asked both of them.
I asked both
No,
of
he
you.
said, is your name
Shannon.
Shannon?
Shannon, I asked both of you a question. Hang on one second.
I swear.
Let Corey answer the question.
He's really a closet Auburn fan, but I'll let him talk.
okay.
Oh yeah.
All right.
No,
Listen,
if
South
Alabama loses this game, I believe we're out of the playoff.
I do too.
Corey,
do
where's all
too.
this smack talk you was gonna do to me? Because you suck at it. Where's all this smack you was talking about? I'm gonna put her in her place. You a closet.
You
Auburn
kind of
fan.
done that for yourself the past few days, Shannon.
Exactly. I'm just letting you do it.
No.
I mean, shit. You're a one-man
Don't
band.
say nothing. You're doing it to yourself.
Yeah, I'm doing it to myself.
You have been a one-man band the past
Anyway,
few days.
I know how it is. I've already read about it. They've already said a one-loss Alabama or LSU. They included us, y'all missed that part. So this means hold on. This means a one loss. That means after the rest of the season's played out, whether it's LSU or Alabama loses this game, according to a source that I read from ESPN, a one loss LSU or Bama will get in the CFPs before a one loss Oklahoma or Oregon.
Yeah, I can believe that, but
Yeah, but you're also completely leaving the Big Ten out of it. Does a one loss either Ohio State or Penn State? A lot of folks are not really giving much love to Minnesota right now. Of course, if Minnesota,
I like
if Minnesota wins this
I
game
love
this
Minnesota.
weekend, then suddenly Minnesota's in that mix.
Period. I think Ohio State deserves to be in it. If they went out, they deserve to be in it.
Oh yeah, of course.
Or Penn State.
Or Penn State, but
they have to play each other, so one of them's going to knock each other out, right?
And here's a dark here's a dark horse in all about.
They let two other SEC teams in this year.
Here's a dark horse in all of this. What about Baylor?
No
love.
No way.
No love. Okay, so can I finish what I was going to say? So let's get down to why LSU wins, and then Corey can give his little 2 cents on why he thinks his team, other than 8 in a row, were the best and beat his chest. I'm going to say why I think LSU is going to win. And if you go down the list and you just look at things, and I realize it's Saban, and y'all got the rest in your pockets, which I'm not going to use as an excuse, but I'm going to throw it out there on the podcast. Everybody already knows because you had to use them against Tennessee.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the NCAA investigates him every year for that, I'm sure. Go ahead. No, Shannon Russell.
Hello.
What happened? Corey, you still there? What happened? I don't hear nothing. Uh-oh. Pages have been responsive. What happened?
Locked up. If I kill it, it's going to kill this too.
But it looks like you may have to kill it.
Maybe not.
Can you close Facebook tab or two?
According to this, we're still streaming. So if you guys can hear us, then that's at least kind of cool, right?
I guess. I don't know.
That segment had played out anyway. I was really getting ready to start the next one. I wanted to give everybody a chance to pick, but they're probably still talking right now.
I would bet that Shannon is probably going to pick LSU, and that Justin was probably going to pick Alabama.
I already made a. Oh, here it is.
So we're still broadcasting.
Yeah.
At least as far as we know.
Yeah.
Okay, well, good. Yeah,
I
the
believe
computer
so.
seems like it's moving along. Weird. Well, sorry, Shannon.
We just had a little lockup.
Yeah.
Hello?
Miss Melissa.
What up?
Hello?
What, Justin Pike, ladies and gentlemen.
Where's Maria at? I got a big story to tell.
Okay.
I got ordered beer.
Melissa is joined online with President Justin Pike. This is.
Hey, Melissa, how are you?
I'm okay. Been down in the dumps, but I'm okay.
What's going on? Hey, listen, I was on Facebook today. I saw Cowboy has him another woman. He's in a relationship.
You know what? Cowboy Adam. I'm gonna tell you this. Cowboy Adam is not
Tell
in
me,
a relationship.
Melissa.
He's not in a relationship.
So he's just making that up, right?
He called me last time crying.
Oh.
He's jealous we're on the podcast together, probably. I like Spanish women, by the way.
He called me last night crying and want me back.
Well,
Melissa, don't do that shit. I thought your name was Maria. I met this girl. She's a Spanish girl in fucking the furniture store there. Her name's Maria. And I thought your name was fucking Melissa. Maria, I kind of got a little confused tonight. And I got a little jolly for this podcast tonight.
Yeah, you are a little. Yeah, you're at the
I'm
bar
a little
right now.
loony right now.
Okay, ain't nothing wrong with that, man. Everybody's cutting loose, having a good time tonight.
Well, is Doug on here?
Absolutely, Doug's with us.
I'm here.
Okay, hey Doug.
See, my middle name is Maria.
Oh God,
So you-
it must have been a coincidence.
Yeah,
That's
you
not
got
a
that one right.
coincidence,
My name is Melissa Maria Lopez.
Oh my God, you're gonna make me fucking run in front of traffic right now.
Ah.
I'm sorry, woman.
We're going.
Excellent.
I'm about to
But,
run
yeah.
out on the fucking interstate in DC right now.
But yeah, Cowboy Adam called me last night crying and want me back.
Take him back. Fuck it. He's a famous person.
I don't care. I ain't taking him back one bit.
Right.
So you're going to kind of put that on ice for a little while.
Right.
I'm going to put that ice on forever.
Well, now, Justin said that he saw that so Cowboy Adam doesn't have a new girlfriend.
I got you, bro.
Huh?
Do you know that Cowboy Adam doesn't have a new girlfriend? Maybe he met somebody today.
Maybe he does.
I'm
No,
just
he
asking.
Maybe he does. Why are you leaving?
Why did I leave him?
Yeah.
Why?
Let me say, because he's abusive.
Oh shit!
Did we lock up again?
I guess
okay.
you know Marlboro
All right.
alarm. A little something else.
He's abusive. He's a woman beater.
What did he do to you, Melissa?
I got proof on my phone. I got blue marks on me where you hit me at. And
God
my son
damn.
can tell you.
God damn, we just calling everybody out tonight?
Well, I mean, that's. I think.
I mean, Doug, what have you done in your life? You ain't talking.
I mean, Doug hadn't beaten any women.
No.
All right, bro.
I don't beat women, so.
I'm
I
on a
think
podcast. I'm famous.
Yes, you are.
Yeah.
I
Gotta tell
hashtag
my boys
lifestyles
I'm
of the rich
going,
and
I'm
famous.
Fucking famous.
Yes.
Yeah, they say that you're a big fan of me.
I'm a huge fan of you, by the way.
Oh, that's
He's
wonderful.
probably heard you sing Patsy Cline.
Yes. Oh, enchanting.
Melissa, can you do me a favor?
What?
Can you sing me a song? Just sing me a song. I love music. I love country music. Sing me a song.
Not tonight. I can't.
Well, goddamn.
Because I don't have my system set up.
Do you want me to
Well,
sing
can
you
you
something?
just like
I can pull some music up.
I don't
What
know.
do you want to sing? If I could actually pull a song
You like Wayne
up.
Newton?
Hey, listen. You gotta show Cowboy Adam up. Show him what the piece of fucking shit he is, and fucking sing a damn song. You can do it better than he can. I know you can.
I don't think I can.
Sing Country Roads.
I can't sing Country Roads.
How about Family Tradition by
Melissa, are you
Hank
drunk?
Williams, Hank Williams Jr.?
No, I am not drunk.
God.
If I was, you would know.
I could do this one. Are we all still here?
I think we are.
Hang on.
I'm still here.
I am.
I have one purpose.
Hang on. Let me get this queued up. Right?
Friday night will be busy. Yeah, we're fine.
Working for college.
Country music singers have always been a real close family. Lately, some of my kinfolks have disowned a few others than me.
Go, Melissa.
Yes, it's because I kind
Oh, I can't sing that one.
of changed my direction. That's how I went and broke their family tradition. Get on me, Hank, why do you drink? Hank, why do you roll smoke? Why must you live out the songs that you wrote? Over and over, everybody made my prediction. If I get stoned, I'm just carrying on an old family tradition.
All right, then.
Hell yeah. I am very proud of my daddy's name. Although it's kind of music in mine ain't exactly the same. Stop and think it over. Put yourself in my unique position. If I get stoned and sing all night long, it's a family tradition.
I'm famous, dude.
Don't ask me, Hank, why do you drink? Hank, why do you roll smoke? Why must you live out the songs that you wrote? I'm down in a honky tonk, some old slicks trying to give me friction. I said, leave me alone, I'm singing all night long. It's a family tradition. Hell yeah, that's what I'm talking about right there.
Guys, I'm joking shit. My ride's about to leave me. God almighty damn.
All right, so.
All right, let's get some parting shots.
Hell yeah.
Melissa, are you leaving?
I think we're. Melissa, you still there?
President Pike, Melissa, I want you to sit back. Finger bang. I love Melissa, are you Spanish?
She is
yes,
Spanish.
I am.
I love Latina. I love Latina.
So,
I am.
I love Latina women.
Justin, do you want me to?
Dallas, Texas.
Yeah, she lives in Dallas. That's not far. That's a
close enough.
quick plane trip there.
That's close
I mean,
enough.
I live in England, Arkansas, so I'm from Dallas,
England.
Texas.
England, Arkansas.
England, Arkansas. Not to be confused with the real
damn,
England.
I thought you were from England, like England.
Yeah.
No, I was born in Dallas, Texas.
Melissa, do you finger bang?
Huh?
Do you finger bang?
No.
No, me neither.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean that wasn't awkward.
Yeah, it was a little awkward. I'm sorry.
But back to Cowboy Adam. He's out of my mind. He's gone.
You don't need cowboy. You don't need cowboy, Melissa. You're Spanish. You don't need cowboys in your life.
Well, in my book, he's the porta. That's all that matters.
Oh my god. Oh my god. I can translate really good. Doug, are you there?
I am.
We're here.
Okay.
This has been an amazing segment, I think, because I got to do some karaoke.
Family.
I forgot how much I love karaoke.
And with the
Karaoke's
reason
awesome.
why-
It really
and
is.
the some reason why I left he's right.
Hey, Melissa, you got Facebook?
Yes, I do.
Add me, honey. Add me. I'm the president of all Facebook groups.
When your day is long.
All you have to do is look under Melissa Marie Lopez and you can find
Shannon
it.
can
Listen, I'm hanging up right now. I'm going to search it. I warn you, shit.
When you're sure you've had enough.
Okay.
Justin, do you have a lock for this week?
Yeah,
We
I
just
do
gotta
have
get
a
real
lot for this
emotional
week.
here.
Go ahead.
LSU over
So
Alabama.
let yourself
Fuck
go.
the boys. Fuck the boys. LSU will be Alabama.
'Cause
I
everybody
don't want to
cries REM's from
On the
Athens,
podcast.
Georgia,
My friends
from
get
the
mad at me
Georgia
on my
Bulldogs.
podcast.
And everybody hurts.
Hey, Justin.
Guys, we appreciate everybody coming on and
Sometimes
Justin.
everything is wrong.
Hey.
Hey.
Justin.
Yes, Maria.
Now it's time to
Yeah.
sing along.
Why do you like me so much?
Hold on.
It's remember nowadays.
I want to know why you like me too much.
Because you just remind me so much. Oh my God, I just love you.
Hey, he called you. He called you on
I'm
several of the
single.
podcasts, Melissa.
Hey, if you see me, you're ready to be mingling. I
Yeah.
ain't care.
Well, I'm not single.
But you
I'm not
ready to
single.
mingle though. I'm about to go smoke hookah. Why are you tearing that thing up, dude? Why are you so stressed out? My friend I'm with, he's getting married. December 7th. Hey, bro, I'll take my check.
You must be having a party.
Hey, Melissa, we're having a fucking party. The only thing missing is you, honey. I gotta go. Hottie damn toddy. LSU over Alabama. Love you, dog.
Ah, fuck
You're
that
my
shit.
favorite.
Fuck that shit.
Feel like you're alone.
We've lost Shannon.
What happened?
No.
We've lost Shannon.
No, you're not alone.
What the hell?
If you're on your own.
Hello?
Let's say our goodbyes.
In this
What the hell happened?
What happened?
days and nights are long.
He just went off.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, we lost Justin. Melissa, we appreciate you coming on,
No problem.
and we'll have you on again sometime. And you've given us a lot to think about on Cowboy.
Yeah, thank you.
This one's
brother.
for you, Melissa. Well, everybody hurts.
Find Smacking Off the Podcast on Facebook and on YouTube.
Check out Smacking Off the Podcast on Thursdays at 9 p.m. Eastern, and the College Football Wrap-Up Cast, Sundays 9:30 p.m. Eastern.